Get out and Ryan Gunderson and the team at Investment Centers of America, LLC are proud to support local sports. Thanks to their sponsorship, our hometown athletes keep playing, competing, and growing. Get out and cheer our local athletes on.
Livestock marketing, choose the Sisseton Livestock Auction. They have weekly cattle sales on Thursday. Sheep and hog in the morning, followed by butcher cows and bulls, fat cattle, red cows and pairs, and feeder cattle. The Sisseton Livestock Auction is where buyers and sellers meet each week. Established in 1949, the Sisseton Livestock Auction, always proud to support today's youth. For successful life.
We bring you live to the Hugh where the wait is finally over. After dropping the contest last year to Kimball White Lake, the Britton-Hecla Braves return for the 2026 season, and they open things up against the Waverly-South Shore Coyotes. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Michael Rosencrans, and I am so glad to have you along for some high school football. The 2026 season is upon us, and we could not be more excited to have you along. It's the Britton-Hecla Braves and the Waverly-South Shore Coyotes pregame show brought to you by Volt Auctioneers and Realty, putting their auction and real estate experience to work for you and proudly supporting the Braves. Well, again, the last time you saw Britton-Hecla, it was back last October against the Kimball White Lake Wildcats. There, Britton-Hecla saw that one in losing effort, 14-7, which ended their hopes of trying to get back to the Dakota Dome for the first time in what would have been 8 years. Now, it is a new quest to try and get to the Dakota Dome for this year's state championship, and they start things off against the Waverly-South Shore Coyotes, who return a lot of experienced players. They bring a lot of size back to them, so it should be a very good matchup to start out the 2026 season. Well, we'll quickly step aside for 1 minute, and we'll continue our coverage from the Volt Auction and Realty pregame show. We'll be back on 1 minute. You're listening to 99.5 Jack FM.
Years of marketing and crop insurance experience, Bolt Marketing in Britton is your one-stop shop for your risk management needs. Call Jeff or Dwayne at 605-448-2365. Bolt Marketing, proud to support our local youth, high school sports activities, and tonight's game.
Keep your vehicle running its best with Warner Automotive in Britton. From routine maintenance to automotive repairs, count on friendly, dependable hometown service to keep you on the road. Mark and the crew at Warner Automotive in Britton, always proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Buying, selling, or planning an auction? Put the experience of Volt Auction and Realty to work for you. From real estate to farm, estate and equipment auctions, they're ready to help you every step of the way. Volt Auction and Realty, proud supporters of high school sports.
Building, remodeling, or tackling that next project? Start at Scott's Lumber in Britton. From lumber and building materials to the supplies you need to get the job done right, count on friendly hometown service. That's Scott's Lumber, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Back at the Hugh for more of the Volt Auction and Realty pregame show. Just ahead of kickoff in the 2026 season, both teams lining up. We'll get you starting lineups in just a moment. But whenever the Friday night lights come back on, it just gives you chills down your spine. It's such a special time of the year. The stands are packed in front of us. Britton-Hecla fans, Waverly-South Shore fans, everybody's been waiting for high school football to come back, and the wait is no more as we are finally about getting ready to go for the 2026 season. Lots of promise before both teams, and they're looking to get started on the right foot. Talking about the Braves a little bit more in depth, they've lost a couple big playmakers, those notably being Bryce Hawkinson and Jackson Zolke, so it's going to be very difficult to replace them, but a lot of familiar faces are returning. Those being Nathaniel Schuler, Jace Ryan, Mitch Berger, Bennett Souther, Grant Fosness, and a whole host of others that we will introduce to you just about right now, as a matter of fact. Let's get you the starting lineups for tonight's game. Starting lineups are brought to you by Starting lineups are brought to you by Holland Oil Company in Britton, home of Napa Auto Care, Napa Auto Parts, and Holland C-Store. Family owned for over 50 years and proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves. Taking a look at the Waverly-South Shore Coyotes, there you see their whole lineup. But let's get you their starters. They are starting Martin Nicholson, a senior linebacker. Also starting a junior cornerback, Cale Hewer. Junior linebacker, Kyler Salisbury. A linebacker and a sophomore, Sam Huffman. A sophomore linebacker, Carter Lease. Sophomore cornerback, Ty Thompson. Senior safety, Austin Hovatek. Junior defensive lineman, Emmett Scholl. And a sophomore defensive lineman, Colton Overweg. Those are the Waverly South Shore Coyotes starting lineup, brought to you by Holland Oil Company. Turning our attention to the Britton-Hecla Braves starting lineup. Let's meet them right now. They start a senior wide receiver, Nate Schuler. Senior quarterback, Jace Ryan. Senior wide receiver, Mitch Berger. Senior running back, Ben Souther. Senior offensive lineman, Graham Fostness. Junior tight end, Nathan Folkman. Junior wide receiver, Lofton Herr. Sophomore offensive lineman, Max Souther. And a senior offensive lineman, Elijah Fox. Those are the starters for the Britton-Hecla Braves, who are going to be introduced in just a moment. And we could not be more excited to bring you the home opener from the Hugh. Just such a gorgeous place to play. Picture perfect weather, sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. Had a little bit of rain before the game, but that has since moved on. No rain in the forecast for football on Friday. And we could not be more excited to bring you along. We'll step aside once again for 1 minute, and when we return, we'll get you to kick off. Back in 1 minute on 99.5 Jack FM.
Tap, pay, and you're on your way. Tap to pay debit cards are now available from North Star Federal Credit Union. Just tap your North Star debit card at participating checkout terminals for fast, easy payments. Why wait? Call North Star and get yours today. North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier.
Stay connected with Venture Communications. From fast, reliable internet to the communication services your home or business depends on, Venture keeps our area connected. Venture Communications, local service, local connections, and proud supporters of the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For quality healthcare close to home, count on Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera in Britton. From everyday healthcare needs to the services your family depends on, their local team is here for you. Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For your vehicle and your everyday needs, count on Holland Oil, home of Napa Auto Care Center, Napa Auto Parts, and Holland C-Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Check them out on Facebook. Holland Oil, proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Back at the Hugh for more of the pregame show, brought to you by Volt Auctioneers and Realty, putting their auction and real estate experience to work for you and proudly supporting the Braves. Starting lineups are being introduced by public address announcer Bill Meyer. Always great to hear his voice once again. Voice so synonymous with Britton-Hecla football. And we could not be more excited to bring you the first game of the year. 2026 is about to be underway in just a few moments. We're going to send it down to the field in just a little bit to bring you tonight's national anthem as well. Spoke with head coach Jacob Skogstad before the game, just before the interview got started. Went each down the line as his players were stretching, gave each of them high fives, bringing the energy, bringing that anticipation that has been stirring for so long. Let's send it down to the field now for tonight's national anthem. national anthem has concluded at the Hugh. We're just about ready for kickoff. We'll step away for one more time for 30 seconds, and when we come back, kickoff up next. Back in 30 seconds on 99.5 Jack FM.
20 years of marketing and crop insurance experience, Bolt Marketing in Britton is your one-stop shop for your risk management needs. Call Jeff or Dwayne at 605-448-2365. Bolt Marketing, proud to support our local youth, high school sports activities, and tonight's game.
Keep your vehicle running its best with Warner Automotive in Britton. From routine maintenance to automotive repairs, count on friendly, dependable hometown service to keep you on the road. Mark and the crew at Warner Automotive in Britton, always proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
We're back at the Hugh, and it is just about that time for kickoff. Coin toss taking place in front of us. Bennett Suther, Jace Ryan, Graham Fosness. What a story Graham's been. Tore his PCL back in January playing basketball at Aberdeen Roncalli. Spoke with Coach Skotstad before the game, and his dad, Nick Fosness, up in the booth with us, spoke about the rehab process and how big the journey has been. Graham's been going to Sioux Falls for about at least once a week. So from Britton-Hecla, that's quite a ways to get to Sioux Falls, and just attacking that rehab day by day. Graham's had a lot going for him in his career, recently committed to the University of Jamestown in North Dakota as well. So Graham is such a bright future, and very, very good to see him back on the gridiron in full pads. Coyotes and Braves shake hands at midfield, and we are just about ready to go for high school football. So glad to have you along. Michael Rosencrans on the call with you. So glad that you chose to spend your Friday evening with us here on 99.5 Jack FM, KJKQ Sisseton. Jacob Skokstad entering his 7th year at the helm of the Britton-Hecla Braves. Had a very successful season last year. He only wants more. He sees the potential in this Braves team as they rush out onto the field getting ready for kickoff. Waverly-South Shore looks like they'll be starting on the offense first in this game tonight, or will Britton-Hecla? No, Britton-Hecla is going to be starting on offense first for the season and home opener. Everybody ready to go for the first game, the 2026 season opener. It is here, the wait is over, and we could not wait to bring you this coverage. Coyotes will be kicking from right to left. Road white uniforms, black numerals, white shorts and white socks. Britton-Hecla in their home reds, white numerals, white shorts, white socks. Coyotes set to kick it away from right to left. And here we go. The 2026 football season is underway. Fielded just inside the 30-yard line. Mitch Berger stuttering and stepping close to midfield as he gets down inside the 45. Excellent field position for Britton-Hecla right off the bat. And that was Bennett Suther on the run, and now Jace Ryan gets his first look at the field in 2026. Senior quarterback this year, Britton-Hecla, pretty senior heavy this year. Most of their starters are seniors. 6 of them to be exact. A lot of returners though for Britton-Hecla, and they have the ball in excellent field position to start. 1st and 10 from their own 46. Suther in motion. Ryan claps his hands, has the football, throws far side to Suther, has some room to run. Outside numbers 50, gets dragged by the back of his jersey and stripped down at about the 45 of Waverly-South Shore. Good gain for the Braves early, 2nd and short coming up. That was Mitch Berger on the play. The 8 and 9 are very, very close to tell on the back of the jersey. But either way, a great run for, great pitch and catch for Ryan to Berger, and it's 2nd and 1 from the Coyote 45-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Suther in the backfield has a man in motion. Ryans has the snap, gives to Suther up the middle. Rumbles forward for the first down. Dragging tacklers to the 35-yard line where he gets stripped up there. Nice run for Bennett Suther. He moves the sticks. First down, Britton-Hecla. First downs brought to you by North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier and proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves. Britton-Hecla moving the ball early, establishing pushing the run. It's a very similar story what Britton-Hecla did last year with Bryce Hawkinson. 1st and 10 from the Coyote 35. Ryan from a shotgun has the snap back to pass. Pressure coming, gets rid of it quickly near side. Caught by Berger at the 30. Keeping out around the outside numbers to the 10-yard line as he gets tripped up out of bounds. Mitch Berger fired up after that one as he gets into the red zone for Britton-Hecla. Sets up another first down for Britton-Hecla. 2 of them so far on the opening drive. First downs brought to you by North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier and proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves. Already 1st and goal from the 10-yard line for Britton-Hecla. Ryan goes from under center on 1st and goal. Toss back to Bennett Suther, trying to string it outside to the outside numbers at the 5, going for the pylon. He gets hit hard. Is he in? He's not. They're going to mark him short at the 1. Suther thought he got in. The officials mark him short at the 1, but it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1 for Britton-Hecla. Bennett Suther, much bigger than Bryce Hawkinson was. Might not have the lateral movement that Hawkinson has, but he has size, and he is a strong kid. 2nd and goal from the 1. I formation for Britton-Hecla. Suther dots the I. Quarterback keeper. Ryan is into the end zone. Touchdown Braves. Very quickly the Braves go 54 yards on their opening drive. Britton-Hecla strikes first in the season opener. .9:48 to go first quarter. Took 2 minutes and 12 seconds off the clock on that opening drive. PAT unit is on for the Braves. There's the snap, there's the spot. The kick is away, and the kick is good by Lofton-Hur. 7-0 Braves on their opening drive. That is how you make a statement to start. How will the Coyotes respond? We'll find out in 1 minute. You're listening to 99.5 Jack FM.
Buying, selling, or planning an auction? Put the experience of Volt Auction and Realty to work for you. From real estate to farm, estate and equipment auctions, they're ready to help you every step of the way. Volt Auction and Realty, proud supporters of high school sports.
Building, remodeling, or tackling that next project? Start at Scott's Lumber in Britton. From lumber and building materials to the supplies you need to get the job done right, count on friendly hometown service. That's Scott's Lumber, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Tap, pay, and you're on your way. Tap to pay debit cards are now available from North Star Federal Credit Union. Just tap your North Star debit card at participating checkout terminals for fast, easy payments. Why wait? Call North Star and get yours today. North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier.
Back at the Hugh, Braves kicking from left to right. Coyotes have their chance on offense. That ball takes a weird bounce at the 2. Coyotes have a lot of ground to make up already, and tackled just inside the 15-yard line are the Coyotes. Nice booming kick by Lofton-Hur, and now the Braves get their shot on defense. And the Coyotes offense now comes out on the field. Coyotes going to get their first look at their offense, who are trail 7-0. Britton-Hecla starting out on defense. Now the Coyotes have an opportunity to respond on the offensive side of things. So Rivers Base back out there at quarterback for the Coyotes. There's the snap. Pressure coming in his face. Gets rid of it to the outside numbers. Past the 20. He goes down out of bounds right about there. Flags on the play, though. I beg your pardon. That's Carter Lease at quarterback. Carter Lease faced immediate pressure, but a flag already on the play. And it's going to go against the Coyotes, looks to be. We'll wait the call from the official, and yes, it is an offensive penalty by the Coyotes, and the penalty is declined right off the bat, so Braves not giving the Coyotes any chances. So that penalty yardage will not count since it's declined, but it's 2nd and 10, so treated as a loss of down for the Coyotes. Base from a shotgun has one wide out each side. calls for the snap, has the football, throws far side. It's caught, trying to spin out of a tackler is big Austin Hovatek. Does with one, but he's driven back by the Braves and body slam to the turf. That's going to draw a flag. Braves getting a little bit too antsy on that tackle. Big Austin Hovatek, tough to bring down at 6'1", 170. That's going to be a penalty on the Braves. Graham Fostness looks to be the culprit of that penalty as they tried to wrap up Hovatek and eventually just suplexed into the ground. Officials still talking about it, but more than likely this is going to be a penalty against the Braves. Jason Mack, tonight's referee, indeed will call the personal foul on Britton-Hecla. 2 fouls on Britton-Hecla, as a matter of fact. That's what the 2 flags were for. So they got a personal foul on Graham Fostness for the tackle, and they also got a personal foul for roughing the passer as well. So that is going to move the Coyotes up a whole chunk of yardage. They get moved up all the way to their own 39 after those 2 penalties both were enforced. So now for Carter Lease and the crew, it's 1st and 10 from their own 39. Lease from a pistol. 1 wide out each side. Calls for the snap, looks at some pre-snap movement, and we'll get a flag on the play. With lots of movement early from the front part of the line. Everybody kind of jumping all over the place, and that just speaks to that anticipation of the football season starting. It is indeed a false start on the Coyotes. That'll back them up 5 yards, so it'll be 1st and 15 from their own 34. 7-0 Braves on the Bullet Marketing scoreboard. 9:05 to go in the first. Lease once again from a pistol, 1 wide out each side. Coyotes staring down, a 5-man front for the Braves. Lease bobbles the snap, has to try and get out of pressure, runs to the outside. Flag on the play, and tackled in the backfield by Luke Bussey. Sophomore linebacker tracks him down, but there's another flag on the play, so laundry aplenty, and it's going to be another penalty against the Coyotes. Back them up even more. 8:44 to go first quarter. 7-0 Braves. Legal blocking on Waverly-South Shore. That penalty will be declined. So it'll be 2nd and 15. Make that 2nd and 19 for the Coyotes. Liam Paxton was limping off to the sideline. He takes a seat on the bench. Chaz Viator takes his place. 1 wide out each side, Lease from a pistol. 2nd and 19. A lot of work to do for the Coyotes early, who trail by 7. Lease has the football. Bootleg to the right. Looking. Fires deep now on the far side. It's caught, but is that out of bounds? It is out of bounds. Officials ruled incomplete. 3rd and 19 coming up for the Coyotes. Great effort by Austin Hovatek to try and climb the ladder to get that, but was just out of bounds. 3rd 19 for the Coyotes. 8:16 to go first quarter. Coyotes was a team that didn't really have too much success last year, but they return a lot of experience, they return a lot of size. Colton Overweg especially, one of the big men up front, 6'5", 320. Such a vital presence on the offensive line. Lease once again from that pistol. 1 wide out to each side. And Lease got a Brave to jump on the hard count. Chaz Viator getting a little antsy on the play. This will be blown dead for an offside. No, they rule a false start. My gosh. Unless I missed something, I thought Viator was the first to jump early. Instead, that backs up the Coyotes 5 more yards. It'll be 3rd and 24. So here we go again. Coyotes just hurting themselves with a lot of penalties. They stare down a 3-man front at 3rd and 24. And another Brave jumps offside. And will this time be offsides? Braves are convinced it's more movement by the Coyote front. Lots of laundry early, and we're barely 4 minutes into the first quarter. And this time it'll be offsides. I was going to say, I think that time the Braves definitely jumped early on that one. It remains third down. And now you're back to 3rd and 19, which is the original line to gain from their own 30. So here you go again. Lee staring down a 3-man front for Britton-Hecla. Claps his hands, has the football. Pressure coming, running right. Viator drags him by the jersey and throws him down. Back in the backfield at the original line to gain. Nice tackle by the big fella, Chaz Viator. Coyotes are going to have to punt it away. Viator gets the sack. Chaz Viator, Britton's big fella, 6'10". Grew an extra inch over the summer. Able to wrap up Lease. 4th and an acre for the Coyotes. They're going to have to punt it away. Looks like Souther, the return man, stationed near his own 40. There's the snap. Kick is blocked by the Braves. Going back to get it to the Coyotes. It takes it on hop, and it'll be fielded by Britton-Hecla at the 15. Amazing defense from Britton-Hecla. They take over inside the red zone. Brought to you by Marshall County Healthcare of Era. Quality healthcare close to home and proud supporters of the Britton-Hecla Braves. How about that? Make an opening statement on offense, and your defense comes up with a block punt and sets up the offense in the red zone. What a job by the Braves early. Coyotes, penalties aplenty, and couldn't get the offense going. Now the Braves look to punch it in and take a 2-score lead early. 7:28 to go in the first. 7-0 Braves on the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. Michael Rosencrans with you on the season opener from the Hughes. So glad to have you along on an absolutely beautiful night for football. Britton-Hecla, 2-time state champions, 2001 and 2017. They're trying to get back to the Dakota Dome for the first time in 9 years. It's been a long time goal, trying to get back to the spot that Pat Renner 9 years ago took these young men. Coyote defense back to work early, and here comes the Britton-Hecla offense inside the red zone. They'll spot the ball at the Coyote 17-yard line, where Jace Ryan comes back out, and the Braves eager to punch this one in for a second time. Here we go, 1st and 10 inside the red zone from the Coyote 17. Ryan from a shotgun, calls for the football, has the snap, quarterback run, stutter stepping past the 15, gets dragged down just inside the 15-yard line, close to the 10. Nice run for Jace Ryan. 2nd and short coming up for Britton-Hecla. They'll call it a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3 coming up for Britton-Hecla. 7:05 to go in the first. Braves lead 7-0. After a block punt, they're looking to turn that into points. One wide out each side. Ryan from a shotgun. Souther on his left hip. Calls a man in motion. That's Mitch Berger from right to left. Ryan, low snap, hands off Souther. Stutter stepping in the right hash. Zigzags his way towards the end zone. Is he in? He is in. Touchdown, Braves. Ben Souther gets in the end zone for the first time tonight. 13-0 Braves. 2 quick plays for Britton-Hecla on their offensive drive. Touchdown drives brought to you by Venture Communications, keeping our communities connected and proudly supporting the Braves. Lofton Herr once again on for the extra point. High snap. There's the spot. Kick is away, and the kick is pure. 14-0 Braves on the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. 6:41 to go first quarter. Coyotes have some work to do. We'll see what they do when you come back in 1 minute on 99.5 Jack FM.
Stay connected with Venture Communications. From fast, reliable internet to the communication services your home or business depends on, Venture keeps our area connected. Venture Communications, local service, local connections, and proud supporters of the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For quality healthcare close to home, count on Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera in Britton. From everyday healthcare needs to the services your family depends on, their local team is here for you. Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For your vehicle and your everyday needs, count on Holland Oil, home of Napa Auto Care Center, Napa Auto Parts, and Holland C-Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Check them out on Facebook. Holland Oil, proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves.
We're back at the Hugh. Braves kick it from left to right. Bouncing ball just fielded inside the 5. Kyle's trying to make something happen. He's flattened by the Braves. Inside the 15-yard line, Braves defense stands tall again, and the Coyotes have a lot of ground to make up on just their second offensive drive of the game. First down for the Coyotes. Carter Lease gets back out there as he tries to wrangle the troops. Penalties were the name of the game in that first offensive drive for the Coyotes. Just couldn't get anything going. Let's see what adjustments they make on their second offensive drive from head coach Tommy Whitley. First down and 10 for the Coyotes, one wide out each side, Lease from a pistol as a man in the backfield. Braves look like they jump early, handoff, and net in the backfield there. Nice read on the run by Colt Hansen, who wrapped up. Colt Hansen read that beautifully for Britton-Hecla. Second down and 15 coming up after a loss of 5. They sent a man up there early to try and stop the run. A great read by the coaching staff for Britton-Hecla as well. Halfway home in the first quarter, 14-0 Braves on the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. Coyotes looking at a 4-man front for Britton-Hecla, 2nd and 15 from their own 14. 2 wideouts near side, 1 far side. Lease claps his hands, has the football, tosses behind him, flag on the play. Wrapped up there is Sam Huffman. Might have gained a couple, but we wait word on the flag. Looks like a legal formation. They let the play keep running, so this will back up the Coyotes 5 more yards on an illegal formation call. Coyotes just cannot get out of the mindset of just keeping those penalties at bay. You understand it's the first game of the season. Got to get a lot of the kinks out early. This is a tough look for the Coyotes early. Looks like the Braves declined the penalty, so it'll be 3rd down. Coyotes already staring down a 3rd down. 3-man front for Britton-Hecla, 2 wideouts far side, 1 near side. Lease from a pistol, Huffman at tailback. Claps his hands, has the football. Back to pass. Pressure from Frostness. Now here comes Folkman, who dives. Can't wrap him up. Throws toward the middle of the field. It's caught just at about the 25 by Ty Thompson, who's met by the Braves. Another flag on the play. So a good gain for the Coyotes would set them very close to the line of gain for 1st down. But there's another flag on the play. An eligible man downfield for the Coyotes. And that is going to back them up even more. It was a heck of an effort, too, by Carter Lease to scramble out of pressure and get rid of that ball to an open Ty Thompson, but just could not get the line of gain. And once again, another penalty sets the Coyotes back. So they'll move the ball back to the Coyotes' 7-yard line. 3rd down and 17, under 5 minutes to go first quarter. Braves just playing prevent defense, 3-man front once again for Britton-Hecla. Lease from the pistol, Huffman at tailback, 3 wideouts far side. Lease throws that way. It's caught by Big Austin Hovatek. Missed one tackler. Sprinting out into the open. Stutter steps past another and gets dragged down at the 20-yard line. Not near enough for the 1st down, but wait for Austin Hovatek to make something out of nothing. That's going to set the ball at the 20-yard line for the Coyotes. Lofton Hurd and Cody Chapin credited with the tackle. Coyotes are going to have to punt it away once again. 4th and 9 from their own 20. Lofton Hurd is actually set back to receive for Britton-Hecla. He's stationed at midfield. Britton-Hecla defense once again gets a stop. There's the snap, kick is away, spiraling kick. Hurd catches at midfield into Coyote territory, outside numbers 40, where he gets sandwiched by 2 Coyotes and gets brought down at the 40. Amazing field position once again for Britton-Hecla. And I believe there's a flag on the far side of the field. Yes, there is. At this point, the officials are going to have to get some new laundry at this point. Lots of flags being thrown in just the first quarter. 3:45 to go. 14-0 Braves on the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. Legal block in the back on Britton-Hecla is going to set them back. So another penalty that goes against the Braves. Sets the ball at the Coyote 49, where it'll be 1st and 10. Braves able to cash in on their first 2 offensive drives. Can they make it 3 for 3? 3 wideouts near side. Ryan from the pistol. Sue through the tailback. Claps his hands. Has the football. Throws near side. But make that Lofton Hurd. Stutter steps down the right hash. Makes one tackler miss and another at the 40-yard line. Gets tripped up at the 40 inside there. And another flag on the play. Well, if there's a theming for this first quarter, I'll call it points and penalties. It's been all Braves in terms of on the scoreboard, but penalties aplenty, and this one's going against Britton-Hecla. That sets the ball back at their own 47-yard line. That backs him up 15 yards, as a matter of fact. It was a blindside block, by the way. 1st and 15 from the Brave 47-yard line. Ryan has the football, throws near side. It's caught. Outside numbers 45-40, gets dragged down behind. Goes big number 88, Bowen Myko. Bowen Myko, also part of the Britton-Hecla Braves basketball team, saw a little bit of action in the season, and every time he got on the court, student section would go nuts. Bowen Myko was such a fan favorite in Britton-Hecla. So good to see him on the gridiron. Bowen Myko, a good target as a wide receiver. 6'3", 165. Good option for Jace Ryan, who picks up the first down for Britton-Hecla. Ryan from a shotgun has the snap. Back to pass, throws near side, caught by Berger. Just to the 25 where he gets tripped up just inside the 25. Good pitch and catch from Ryan to Berger. That'll be another first down for Britton-Hecla. 4 of them on the night for the Braves. First down brought to you by North Star Federal Credit Union. Making everyday banking easier and proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves. 1st and 10 from the Coyote 24-yard line. Braves have been no issues with moving the ball so far. 2 wideouts near side, 1 far side. Calling a man in motion. Looks to be Lofton Hurd. Ryan claps his hands, gives to her, follows his block, down the near side, gets tripped at the 20 for her gain of 4, 2nd and 6 coming up for Britton-Hecla. Rivers base out there with the tackle. And Britton-Hecla, once again, they find themselves in the red zone. They'll call it a gain of 5, so it's 2nd and 5. Under 2 minutes to go first quarter, 14-0 Braves on the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. Glad to have you along for the 2026 season opener from the Hugh. Ryan stares down a 2-man front for the Coyotes. 1st and 10, has the snap, back to pass, throws deep near side. It is caught! Touchdown Braves! Mitch Berger hauls it in, 19 yards on the catch, 20-0 Britton-Hecla. That's three different Braves who've gotten into the end zone. Ryan, Souther, and Berger. And the Braves now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead in the season opener. Lofting her to kick. Easton Zolke to hold. Low snap, bobbled, and Zolke has to try and get rid of it. Pitches it to her, trying to string it out towards the end zone where he gets tackled by the Coyotes. Missed operation there by Britton-Hecla, but nonetheless it's 20-0 Braves over Waverly-South Shore. Coyotes looking to get something going. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. You're listening to 99.5 Jack FM.
For 20 years of marketing and crop insurance experience, Bolt Marketing in Britton is your one-stop shop for your risk management needs. Call Jeff or Dwayne at 605-448-2365. Bolt Marketing, proud to support our local youth, high school sports activities, and tonight's game.
Keep your vehicle running its best with Warner Automotive in Britton. From routine maintenance to automotive repairs, count on friendly, dependable hometown service to keep you on the road. Mark and the crew at Warner Automotive in Britton, always proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Back at the Hugh, 20-0 Braves. It has been all Britton-Hecla in the first quarter. They show no signs of slowing down in the season opener. Brave in front of us is getting his ankle taped up. Can't quite see a number yet. We'll get you that in just a moment. Britton-Hecla set to kick it away left to right. Pooch kick this time for the Braves, but we'll get a blown whistle that blows it dead before the kickoff ensued. Looks like the Braves jumped early, so this will back them up. Coyotes going to get a little better field position on the kick. And is that Graham Frostness out there taking the kickoff? Looks to be. Graham trying to get into the kickoff roll. Had a little pooch kick there, but he gets a second opportunity as that penalty drove the Braves back. Coyotes just looking for any signs of life against the stout Britton-Hecla Braves squad. 20-0 Braves lead. It's been a lot of penalties for Waverly-South Shore, shown some brief glimpses on offense, but there really hasn't been much to show. All right, here we go. Graham Frostness will run up and try again. Kick is a low liner that slowly rolls inside the 25. Trying to string it out far side and taking down his Ty Thompson. Another Coyote just got flattened at the line by the Braves. So the Coyotes get the ball past the 30 on the kickoff return. So not bad field position for Waverly-South Shore. But now can they turn it into something? It's been tough against this Britton-Hecla defense. 1:20 to go first quarter. Braves lead 20-0 on the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. Carter Lee, sophomore quarterback, very young out there, trying to motivate his troops. Try and turn this offense into points on the board and quick. 2 wideouts far side. Lease from a pistol. It's like Huffman the tailback. Coyotes staring down a 4-man front for Britton-Hecla. Lease puts a man in motion, has the snap, give on the ground to Overtech. Slants up the middle to the 35, past the 35 into the 37-yard line. Ball came out of the play, but officials going to rule him down. Austin Hovatek with a nice inside move to get through the massive Braves and gain 5 to break half the chains off. 2nd and 5. 55 seconds to go first quarter. 20-0 Britton-Hecla. Ball stationed to the 37-yard line for Waverly-South Shore. Taking a lot of time, pretty methodical as they head up to the line. 1 wide out each side. I beg your pardon, 2 wide outs near side, 1 far side. Lease once again from the pistol, Huffman the tailback. Puts a man in motion, that's Martin Nicholson. Lease has the snap, throws to Nicholson near side. It's caught and tackled immediately at the 35. Great open field tackle by Colton Chapin. Stops that pat pitching catch from going any further. Gain 1 on the play. 3rd and 4 coming up. There's 10 seconds to go in the quarter, and I think that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Indeed it will. They'll let the clock run down. That's going to do it for the first quarter. So after one quarter of play, it's 20-0 Britton-Hecla. Second quarter coming up next when you come back in 1 minute on 99.5 Jack FM.
Buying, selling, or planning an auction? Put the experience of Volt Auction and Realty to work for you. From real estate to farm, estate and equipment auctions, they're ready to help you every step of the way. Volt Auction and Realty, proud supporters of high school sports.
Building, remodeling, or tackling that next project? Start at Scott's Lumber in Britton. From lumber and building materials to the supplies you need to get the job done right, count on friendly hometown service. That's Scott's Lumber, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Tap, pay, and you're on your way. Tap to Pay debit cards are now available from North Star Federal Credit Union. Just tap your North Star debit card at participating checkout terminals for fast, easy payments. Why wait? Call North Star and get yours today. North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier.
Stay connected with Venture Communications. From fast, reliable internet to the communication services your home or business depends on, Venture keeps our area connected. Venture Communications, local service, local connections, and proud supporters of the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Back at the Hugh for quarter number 2. 20-0 Braves on the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. All Britton-Hecla in that first quarter. Coyotes on their third offensive drive are looking at a third down and about 5 or 4. They have him spotted at the 37-yard line, so it'll be a gain of 5. I should say no gain on that last play. Waverly-South Shore has to get out across the 42. Braves defense once again trying to make another stop early. Coyotes looking to just keep one drive going. They haven't gotten a first down all game, whereas the Braves have had 4. One wide out each side for Waverly-South Shore. Lease has the football. Pressure in his face. Throws it in the dirt. That ball is on the ground. That's still live. Sam Huffman picks it up and is wrestled behind by Big Graham Fastness, who made the pressure right away, stuck with it, and completes the play for a loss for the Coyotes. They'll have to punt it away. Or will they? They're down 3 scores, so head coach Tommy Whitley might just tell his offense keep out there because they have no choice but to go for it. They're down 20 early. Fourth down and about 8 for Waverly-South Shore, I beg your pardon. Or will they punt it away? They have Lofton-Hurst out there to return. Or I beg your pardon, that's Jack Tevedal who is out there to return. And now they bring him back in. See if Waverly-South Shore can keep this drive going, and not before we get a timeout. So a timeout called by Waverly-South Shore. They're going to sit and talk things over for this one. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 99.5 Jack FM.
Quality healthcare, close to home. Count on Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera in Britton. From everyday healthcare needs to the services your family depends on, their local team is here for you. Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For your vehicle and your everyday needs, count on Holland Oil, home of Napa Auto Care Center, Napa Auto Parts, and Holland C-Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Check them out on Facebook. Holland Oil, proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Back at the Hugh, 20-0 Braves on the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. 11:23 to go until halftime. Loss of 3, they'll call it on the Coyotes, 4th and 8. Head coach Tommy Whitley talking things over with his offense, who have really had nothing to show for all game, other than a couple glimpses here and there and quite a bit of penalties. Waverly-South Shore has had more penalties than they've had first downs in this game. Talking with head coach Jacob Skogstad before the game, energy was up from his players, just so eager to get going, and they're showing it right now. Here we go, return to action, 4th and 8. Offense is out on the field. Coyotes going for it. One wide out each side. Huffman in the backfield. Lease from a shotgun. Has the snap, back to pass. Pressure coming. Fires over the middle. Caught by Huffman. Trying to string it outside and wrapped up by Britton-Hecla Colton Chapin on the tackle, a turnover on downs. That'll set up first down for Britton-Hecla. Great defense by Britton-Hecla once again. They get another stop, this time a turnover on downs, and the Braves will have it in Coyote territory, spotting the ball at the 34-yard line. Braves have been 3 for 3 on offensive drives. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. What will number 4 bring? And it's been 3 different Braves who've scored touchdowns. Ryan, Souther, and Berger. Ryan from a shotgun calls a man in motion, has the snap, inside give to Berger. Plenty of space towards the 30-yard line, gets wrestled by the Coyotes. Flag on the play. Good run by Mitch Berger, but we await word on the flag. Looked to be an awkward-looking tackle from behind. Might have been a horse collar tackle. I beg your pardon, it is not that. It is a holding on Britton-Hecla. So that'll back up the Braves 10 yards. First and 20 coming up for Britton-Hecla from their own 44. Braves trying to not let the penalties take over, and the Braves were getting ready to hurry to the line after their play was called. The officials still at the back of the ball, but here we are. First and 20 from the 44. 11:06 to go until halftime. 2 wideouts far side, 1 near side. Ryan from a shotgun claps his hands, has the football. Design quarterback run, stringing it outside is Ryan. Past the 40-yard line, just inside the 40, tripped up at about the 36, 37-yard line. Gain of about 7 for Ryan. That'll bring up second and about 13 for Britton-Hecla. Sam Huffman credited with the tackle. He's gotten a lot of work today, both offensively and defensively. Primarily the running back one for the Coyotes, also a linebacker. Berger exits to the sideline. 1.5 minutes gone in the second quarter. They'll call it a gain of 5. So second and 15, or they call it 14. They will call it second and 14 for Britton-Hecla. Give up the middle to Ben Souther. Gets wrestled from behind by a host of Coyotes. Just past the 35-yard line goes Ben Souther. It'll be third and about 9 or so. Looks like they'll call it third and about 10. Indeed they will, from the original line of game, which is the 34-yard line. Britton-Hecla facing a rare third down on the night. Looking to convert and keep this drive alive. 2 wideouts far side, 1 to the near side. Ryan from a shotgun. So Souther on his left hip. Ryan claps his hands, has the football. Design quarterback run. Tosses it back to Souther, stringing it out outside numbers. Tightrope back down the sideline. He gets knocked out of bounds by the Coyotes. Nice little trick play by the Braves. Ryan started with it, was looking to run right into traffic, but tosses it back to Souther last second and picks up the first down. Great play design from head coach and offensive coordinator Jacob Skogstad. First down brought to you by North Star Federal Credit Union, making everyday banking easier and proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves. First and 10 from the Coyote 22 for Britton-Hecla. Looking to cash in once again. Ryan from a shotgun has the snap, back to pass, well protected, fires over the middle, caught by Berger, trying to bounce off tacklers toward the end zone. He is just short, looks to be. What a run by Berger after the catch, bouncing off tacklers like he's playing pinball. That's another first down for Britton-Hecla. There's 6 of the game. Carter Lease credited with the tackle, but Britton-Hecla once again knocking on the doorstep. First and goal coming up from the 5-yard line. Braves on pace to make it 4 for 4 on offensive drives. 2 wideouts far side, 1 near side. Ryan from a shotgun, Souther on his left hip. Has the snap, fakes the throw, wide open, touchdown Braves! Wide open was the tight end Nathan Folkman. Braves are up 26-0. Fourth different Brave player to score a touchdown for Britton-Hecla, and they are off and running on opening night. Offense is out on the field. Braves going to go for 2. They're feeling good. 2-point conversion attempt for Britton-Hecla, who has a 26-0 lead over the Waverly-South Shore Coyotes. Ryan from under center tosses back to Souther, stringing it out far side, gets to the corner of the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. Smooth and easy for Britton-Hecla. They now lead 28-0 over Waverly-South Shore. Coyotes looking to get something going when we return in 30 seconds on 99.5 Jack FM.
With over 20 years of marketing and crop insurance experience, Bolt Marketing in Britton is your one-stop shop for your risk management needs. Call Jeff or Dwayne at 605-448-2365. Bolt Marketing, proud to support our local youth, high school sports activities, and tonight's game.
Keep your vehicle running its best with Warner Automotive in Britton. From routine maintenance to automotive repairs, count on friendly, dependable hometown service to keep you on the road. Mark and the crew at Warner Automotive in Britton, always proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
28-0 Braves our score on the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. 8:56 to go until halftime. Braves running away with this one early. 4 for 4 on offensive drives, 6 first downs, and 4 different Braves who have scored a touchdown. Coyotes just looking for any signs of life in this game. Frostness runs up and a pooch kick fielded just at about the 30, and falling on it for the Coyotes is Sam Huffman. Correction, make that Ty Thompson who falls on that. So the Coyotes will start from decent field position to the 30-yard line. Carter Lease back out there, who's had a tough task at hand trying to stick with this Braves defense, who's been rock solid all night long. Britton-Hecla, last year against Waverly-South Shore, were on the road, had a monstrous first quarter where it was 35-0 after one. Braves couldn't quite replicate that there, but they'll take a 4-score lead any day of the week. Here we go. Coyotes have it 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. He's staring down a 4-man front for Britton-Hecla. Make that a 5-man front for the Braves. Lees from a pistol. Claps his hands, has the football, tosses near side to Salisbury, who's met in the backfield by the Braves, sniffing out the run early. 2nd and long coming up for the Coyotes. Just can't get anything going. The Braves have the Coyotes just outmatched in terms of size. They'll call it a loss of 5, so 2nd and 15 for the Coyotes. 8.5 to go in the second quarter. 28-0 Britton-Hecla. Tommy Whitley and Carter Lease and the rest of the offense just trying to figure out a formula against this Britton-Hecla defense, who has feasted all night long. One wide out near side. Has one in the slot far side as well. All the Braves very close near the line. Has the snap. Met in the backfield and wrestled down by Britton-Hecla. Sniffed out the run right away, and Martin Mickelson ran into a brick wall of Braves. 3rd down and an acre coming up for the Coyotes. When it's going right for Britton-Hecla. Sniffing out the run immediately. Mickelson had nowhere to go. They'll call it a loss of 5. 3rd and 20 for the Coyotes from their own 20. Braves looks like they're just going to play some more prevent defense. Lease from the pistol looking at a 5-man front. Looks like the Braves are going to continue to bring the pressure. Now they show blitz. Lease has the snap. Here they come. Flyers over the middle. Caught. Met by the Braves. Flag on the play. Looks like that's Big Austin Hovatek who went up and got that. Make that Martin Mickelson who went up and made that catch. Another flag on the play. Coyotes still looking for their first down to keep a drive alive. And a pass interference on the play. against Britton-Hecla. And although that penalty is 15 yards, it is not enough to give the Coyotes the first down just yet. They spot the ball at the 35-yard line. Coyotes have to get out across the 40. 3rd and 5 for the Coyotes. Their best chance at their first down of the night. Let's see what they can do. Britton-Hecla looking for another stop. Lease from a pistol. Braves showing blitz. Here they come. Back to pass. Viator trying to track Lease down. Lease stringing it to the outside numbers to the 40 to the 45. Slams into Braves and runs forward. And that will be enough for a first down for the Coyotes. Nice run by Lease to keep the drive alive. And the Coyotes get their first down of the game. Cole Hansen credited with the tackle, but that's a great effort from Carter Lease, just taking the brunt of the hits. Risky move by the sophomore quarterback, but he makes it work. 1st down and 10 for the Coyotes from their own 45. Looking to just chip away at this deficit. They trail by 4 scores, 28-0, 6:03 to go until halftime. One wide out each side for the Coyotes. Lease in a pistol once again. Claps his hands, has the football, back to pass, floating it far side, caught just at about the first down marker is Austin Hovatek. Bowen Michael with the tackle stumbled a little bit, and that costed him. As the Coyotes will move the sticks again on one play, 1st down for Waverly-South Shore. That ball was airmailed by Lease as well. Had pressure in his face from Britton-Hecla. Jace Ryan defensively. And able to get that away. Austin Hovatek caught a break with Maiko stumbling. 5:24 to go. 2nd quarter, 28-0 Britton-Hecla. And the season opener, which is also the home opener from Hugh Schilling Field. Coyotes now in Braves territory. 1st and 10 from the 45. Lease, jump pass, intercepted by the Braves. Taking it the other way is Colton Chapin. He's in the clear. He won't be caught. Pick 6. Colton Chapin with the pick 6. It's now 34-0 Britton-Hecla. Pressure coming in the face of Lease. Had to get rid of it. And picking it off is Colton Chapin, the 5th different Brave to score. What a showing this is by Britton-Hecla. Offense remains on the field. Once again going to go for 2. Ryan from under center. I formation. Suther dots the I. Ryan has the snap. Fakes a handoff. Throws to the wide open big man. Chaz Viator. 2-point conversion is good. And the Braves continue to extend the lead. 36-0 Britton-Hecla with 4:58 to go until halftime. Waverly-South Shore facing dire straits right now. We'll see what they can do when we come back in 30 seconds on 99.5 Jack FM.
Buying, selling, or planning an auction? Put the experience of Volt Auction and Realty to work for you. From real estate to farm, estate and equipment auctions, they're ready to help you every step of the way. Volt Auction and Realty, proud supporters of high school sports.
Building, remodeling, or tackling that next project? Start at Scott's Lumber in Britton. From lumber and building materials to the supplies you need to get the job done right, count on friendly hometown service. That's Scott's Lumber, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Tap, pay, and you're on your way. Tap to Pay debit cards are now available from North Star Federal Credit Union. Just tap your North Star debit card at participating checkout terminals for fast, easy payments. Why wait? Call North Star and get yours today. North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier.
Back at the Hugh, Braves lead 36-0. Kickoff fielded just at about the 30. Coyotes break one tackle, not another though, as met by the host of Braves is number 13, Carson Tunheim. Good field position once again for Waverly-South Shores. They'll spot the ball just about the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Coyotes. 4:54 to go until halftime. Stay tuned for the halftime show. Brought to you by Warner Automotive in Britton. Dependable hometown automotive service and a proud supporter of the Britton-Hecla Braves. And we'll have an officials timeout on the field. Sort of reset everything. So we'll take one with them. We'll be back in 15 seconds on 99.5 Jack FM.
Stay connected with Venture Communications. From fast, reliable internet to the communication services your home or business depends on, Venture keeps our area connected. Venture Communications, local service, local connections, and proud supporters of the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For quality healthcare close to home, count on Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera in Britton. From everyday healthcare needs to the services your family depends on, their local team is here for you. Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Back at the Hugh, 36-0 Britton-Hecla on the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. 4:54 to go until halftime. It's been all Britton-Hecla. 6 different Braves have scored. I beg your pardon, 5 different Braves have scored. Jace Ryan, Ben Souther, Mitch Berger, Nathan Folkman, and now Colton Chapin, who took a pick 6 to the house for Britton-Hecla. The deficit only getting larger for the Coyotes, who have quite a deficit to try and climb out of. Coyotes shifting around some formations, trying to draw the Braves. 2 wideouts near side, 1 far side. Lease from a shotgun. Has the snap back to pass. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Throws deep. It is incomplete, just ahead of Austin Hovatek, who beat 2 Braves, those being Mitch Berger and Luke Bussey. But the throw had a little too much on it from Lease. 2nd and 10. That would have been a heck of a play. Lease once again with pressure in his face. Give him credit as well. With pressure in his face, he's found ways to get the ball out. And that is not an easy thing to do against this stout Britton-Hecla defense. 4:49 to go, second quarter. And kind of a relatively slow-moving first half, and that first quarter, of course, was filled with just penalty after penalty. 2nd and 10 for the Coyotes, 1 wide out each side. Staring down a blitz. Here they come. Rolling right. Lease. Gonna get hit. Gonna go down. Sacked back into backfield for Britton-Hecla. And Lease was down for a moment. He gets picked back up by the man who tackled him. That's Cole Hansen. Lease took a hard hit. Good to see him back up. But it's 3rd down and long for the Coyotes. Once again, a familiar spot they've seen this game. 3rd and 13 for Waverly-South Shore. Braves have been just relentless with the pressure all night long, blitzing when they can, and they've just been breaking the barrier of that offensive line for Waverly-South Shore, who has some pretty good size up there in Colton Overweg, but a lot of our other ones have just been beat. Braves once again showing blitz. 3rd and 13, under 4 minutes to go. Now the Braves back off. Lease has the snap. Throws far side, caught by Hovatek, trying to spin out of a tackler. He cannot as the Braves meet him up behind the line to gain. 4th down for Waverly-South Shore. Looks like Ben Souther out there credited with the tackle. Nice job by Ben. Make that Mitch Berger, I beg your pardon. And Lease heads off to the sideline, gets a word from his offensive coordinator and head coach Tommy Whitley. And they'll bring the punting unit out. Lease looked like he wanted to stay out there and try and go for it, but Waverly-South Shore can't take those chances. 4th and 15. They're set to punt it away. Jack Tevedal back deep at his own 30. 4th and 15 for Waverly South Shore. Under 3 minutes to go until halftime. There's the snap. The kick is away. Uncontested kick. Spiraling towards that 30-yard line. Bounced and fielded by Tevedal. Makes one tackler miss. Gets to the 45. Tightrope back down the sideline. Past midfield. And Tevedal has a nice return for Britton-Hecla, who will take over 1st and 10. They'll spot him right at midfield. So about a 20-yard return for Jack Tevedal. Jack Tevedal got to see him play some baseball too in spring ball for the SBW Mallards co-op team, who had a remarkable season in just their second year as a team, 15-2 overall. Here come the Braves once again. They have a 36-0 lead over Waverly South Shore. Ryan from a shotgun, 2 wideouts near side. Has the football, back to pass, throwing deep over the middle. Deflected and incomplete. Chaz Vietor, the intended target. Nice deflection by Cale Hewer to break up that pass. 2nd down coming up for the Braves. Chaz Vietor, just such a golden target for the Braves, standing at 6'10". But way to get a hand up by Cale Hewer and break up that pass. 2nd and 10 coming up for Britton-Hecla. 2:33 to go until the Warner Automotive halftime show. Looks like scene formation for Britton-Hecla. 2 wideouts near side. Ryan from a shotgun. Puts a man in motion. That's Bowen Myko. He's at the slot. High snap, give on the ground. Up the middle goes Ben Souther, dragging tacklers with them and gets slung down inside the 45. Gain of about 7 for Ben Souther. 3rd and 3 coming up for Britton-Hecla. Waverly South Shore, now's a big time for their defense to try and make a stop and try and stymie the Britton-Hecla Braves on offense and try and quell the momentum that they've had. 2 minutes to go until halftime. Braves lead 36-0 in the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. Ryan from a shotgun. Claps his hands, has the football. Design quarterback run, following his blocker. Spins past the tackler to the 40. Getting past the 15. Going toward the end zone. He won't be caught. Touchdown. Ryan spun off for one tackler and just kept going when he realized nobody was in front of him. 43-yard touchdown run. Ryan has his 2nd of the night, and the Braves lead 42-0. Braves just continue this offensive onslaught. And once again, another 2-point conversion will be attempted by Britton-Hecla. Ryan from a shotgun, 1 wide out each side. Ryan has the football, looking, fires a slant, caught. And the 2-point conversion is good by Jack Tevedal. Nice sliding catch by Jack. And it's 44-0 Britton-Hecla running away with this one. They're 6 points away from a mercy with 1:37 to go until halftime. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 99.5 Jack FM.
Vehicle and your everyday needs, count on Holland Oil, home of Napa Auto Care Center, Napa Auto Parts, and Holland C-Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Check them out on Facebook. Holland Oil, proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves.
With over 20 years of marketing and crop insurance experience, Bolt Marketing in Britton is your one-stop shop for your risk management needs. Call Jeff or Dwayne at 605-448-2365. Bolt Marketing, proud to support our local youth, high school sports activities, and tonight's game.
44-0 Britton-Hecla leads Waverly South Shore on 99.5 Jack FM. KJKQ Sisseton. Graham Frostness kicks it away from right to left. An onside kick. Graham tries to get it, lowers the helmet, and falling on it is Liam Paxton. I beg your pardon, not Liam Paxton. That is Evan Gottschalk, who falls on the football. Frostness tried to get it, lowered the helmet. No flag on the play, but Graham picks him back up, says no hard feelings. 1st and 10 for the Coyotes in excellent field position at their own 49. 1:32 to go until halftime. Halftime show brought to you by Warner Automotive in Britton, dependable hometown automotive service, and a proud supporter of the Britton-Hecla Braves. As a reminder, 50 points is the mercy rule. Britton-Hecla touchdown away from pretty much ending this game. The Braves said they wanted to make a statement. Everybody was ready to go, and they're making one here tonight. Coyotes looking for anything and everything. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Leafs trying to punch it in the end zone before halftime. From a pistol, has the football, spins around, tosses it back to Huffman, loses the football, and the Braves jump on it. Turnover immediately by the Coyotes, and the Braves take over on offense. Wow. And timeout called by Britton-Hecla to talk things over after the turnover. We'll quickly take one with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. 44-0 Britton-Hecla, who have the ball once again on offense. We'll be back in 30 on 99.5 Jack FM.
Your vehicle running its best with Warner Automotive in Britton. From routine maintenance to automotive repairs, count on friendly, dependable hometown service to keep you on the road. Mark and the crew at Warner Automotive in Britton, always proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Buying, selling, or planning an auction? Put the experience of Volt Auction and Realty to work for you. From real estate to farm, estate and equipment auctions, they're ready to help you every step of the way. Volt Auction and Realty, proud supporters of high school sports.
Braves back on offense after a fumble recovery on one play when the defense was out there. So the Braves offense back on the field. And they are looking to end this game. Braves lead 44-0. As a reminder, mercy rule is 50 points or more by halftime. So the Braves, if they punch it in the end zone, they could end this game. One wide out near side, two far side. Ryan from a shotgun. Souther on his right hip. Ryan has the snap, give on the ground. This is not Souther. And wrapped up from behind is Carter Groby. Lincoln Kilker out there at quarterback now. I was going to say, I think the starters will be pulled at this point. Give the youngsters some time to play. So Lincoln Kilker out at quarterback. Handoff to Carter Groby, who gained 6 on the play, 2nd and 4. Great showing from the Braves starters on offense. Big Chaz Viator still out there for the Braves. Lincoln Kilker gets to show off his stuff early. Has the football. Back to pass. Has all sorts of time. Directing traffic. Fires over the middle. Caught! Michael! Down inside the 15-yard line. What a dart from Lincoln Kilker. First down Britton-Hecla. What a connection. Kilker to Michael. First down for the Braves, brought to you by North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier and proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves. 33 seconds to go until halftime. Kilker from a shotgun has the football. Handoff on the ground to Luke Bussey, who surges forward and falls close to the 10-yard line. Clock still running for Britton-Hecla. 16 seconds to go in the first half. Braves not looking to play with any urgency. They'll let this one run before halftime. So after 24 minutes of play, our score 44-0 at halftime. Britton-Hecla having a heck of a half over Waverly-South Shore. Unable to punch it in the red zone, but they have a 44-point lead regardless. Well, we'll come back in 1 minute for the Warner Automotive halftime show. Coming up when you return in 1 minute on 99.5 Jack FM.
Remodeling or tackling that next project? Start at Scott's Lumber in Britton. From lumber and building materials to the supplies you need to get the job done right, count on friendly hometown service. That's Scott's Lumber, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Tap, pay, and you're on your way. Tap to Pay debit cards are now available from North Star Federal Credit Union. Just tap your North Star debit card at participating checkout terminals for fast, easy payments. Why wait? Call North Star and get yours today. North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier.
Stay connected with Venture Communications. From fast, reliable internet to the communication services your home or business depends on, Venture keeps our area connected. Venture Communications, local service, local connections, and proud supporters of the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For quality healthcare close to home, count on Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera in Britton. From everyday healthcare needs to the services your family depends on, their local team is here for you. Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For your vehicle and your everyday needs, count on Holland Oil, home of Napa Auto Care Center, Napa Auto Parts, and Holland C-Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Check them out on Facebook. Holland Oil, proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Back at the Hugh for the Warner Automotive halftime show from Britton-Hecla, where your score after 24 minutes, 44-0 in favor of Britton-Hecla. Well, for the amount of first downs that Britton-Hecla had in that first half, a total of 7, they had 5 different Braves players scoring touchdowns on the night. Jace Ryan has 2, Souther, Berger, Folkman, and Colton Chapin, that is, each have 1. It's been all Britton-Hecla in the first half. Waverly-South Shore has shown some glimpses on offense, but just unable to get anything going on offense. Penalties aplenty in the first quarter really stifled any momentum that the Coyotes had. And now they face quite a large deficit, 44-0. Britton-Hecla with a touchdown will end the game via the mercy rule. Coyotes just looking to get in the end zone, unable to do so, and Britton-Hecla has just been stout on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. Offense has been on fire. A lot of returners from a year ago. Lost a couple big names. Bryce Hawkinson, Jackson Zolke, quite some notable departures. But a lot of returning faces who already have built a lot of chemistry on this team, and they've been showing it all night long with their offense on fire here at the Hugh. What a first half for Britton-Hecla. 44-0 is our score after 24 minutes. We'll take a quick break. We'll come on back in 2 minutes for the Warner Automotive halftime show. You're listening to 99.5 Jack FM.
With over 20 years of marketing and crop insurance experience, Bolt Marketing in Britton is your one-stop shop for your risk management needs. Call Jeff or Dwayne at 605-448-2365. Bolt Marketing, proud to support our local youth, high school sports activities, and tonight's game.
Keep your vehicle running its best with Warner Automotive in Britton. From routine maintenance to automotive repairs, count on friendly, dependable hometown service to keep you on the road. Mark and the crew at Warner Automotive in Britton, always proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Buying, selling, or planning an auction? Put the experience of Volt Auction and Realty to work for you. From real estate to farm, estate and equipment auctions, they're ready to help you every step of the way. Volt Auction and Realty, proud supporters of high school sports.
Building, remodeling, or tackling that next project? Start at Scott's Lumber in Britton. From lumber and building materials to the supplies you need to get the job done right, count on friendly hometown service. That's Scott's Lumber, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Tap, pay, and you're on your way. Tap to Pay debit cards are now available from North Star Federal Credit Union. Just tap your North Star debit card at participating checkout terminals for fast, easy payments. Why wait? Call North Star and get yours today. North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier.
Stay connected with Venture Communications. From fast, reliable internet to the communication services your home or business depends on, Venture keeps our area connected. Venture Communications, local service, local connections, and proud supporters of the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For quality healthcare close to home, count on Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera in Britton. From everyday healthcare needs to the services your family depends on, their local team is here for you. Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For your vehicle and your everyday needs, count on Holland Oil, home of Napa Auto Care Center, Napa Auto Parts, and Holland C-Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Check them out on Facebook. Holland Oil, proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Back at the Hugh for more of the Warner Automotive halftime show. Britton-Hecla leads 44-0 on the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. Talked with head coach Jacob Skogstad before the game. What's the keys against Waverly-South Shore? He only gave me 2 words: play football. And that's what the Braves have been doing for 24 minutes, and they have not looked back since then. What an offensive performance by the Braves. Jace Ryan leading the scoring with 2 touchdowns on the night. Ben Suther has 1. Mitch Berger has 1. Nathan Folkman and Colton Chapin each have 1 as well. Again, some glimpses on offense for Waverly-South Shore, but they've just been met by the Britton-Hecla Braves. And Britton-Hecla has not slowed down at all tonight, and it looks like that trend is going to continue throughout this one. Well, let's check some scores on the out-of-town scoreboard for some more high school football in the area. On our sister station, Superstar Country B103, Sisseton over Webster right now, 20-12 at the end of the first half. Other 9AA games from around the area. Number 5, Castlewood over number 2, Hamlin right now, 22-8 with 11 minutes left in the second quarter. Number 1, Parkston over Hill City, 46-0. Great Plains Lutheran with a big first half over Redfield. They lead 34-0. Wilmot leads Wabash Summit 14-8 with 7 minutes to go in the first half. Florence Henley and Esteline Hendricks scoreless with under 1 minute left in the first. Those are some football scores around the area in northeast South Dakota. Season opener for the Britton-Hecla Braves and a whole bunch of other high school football teams who've been so eager to get back on the gridiron, and there's just that extra energy in the air that you get for opening night, and it is certainly not disappointed. The bleachers are packed at the Hugh, full of Braves fans and Coyote fans who made the journey well from Waverly-South Shore to come watch their team. And it's been all Braves in this game, 44-0. As we are in halftime, Braves a touchdown away from ending this game via the mercy rule. We'll see if they can do it. We'll take a break. We'll come on back in 2 minutes to wrap up the Warner Automotive halftime show. We'll be back once again in 2 minutes on 99.5 Jack FM.
Years of marketing and crop insurance experience, Bolt Marketing in Britton is your one-stop shop for your risk management needs. Call Jeff or Dwayne at 605-448-2365. Bolt Marketing, proud to support our local youth, high school sports activities, and tonight's game.
Keep your vehicle running its best with Warner Automotive in Britton. From routine maintenance to automotive repairs, count on friendly, dependable hometown service to keep you on the road. Mark and the crew at Warner Automotive in Britton, always proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Buying, selling, or planning an auction? Put the experience of Volt Auction and Realty to work for you. From real estate to farm, estate and equipment auctions, they're ready to help you every step of the way. Volt Auction and Realty, proud supporters of high school sports.
Building, remodeling, or tackling that next project? Start at Scott's Lumber in Britton. From lumber and building materials to the supplies you need to get the job done right, count on friendly hometown service. That's Scott's Lumber, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Tap, pay, and you're on your way. Tap to Pay debit cards are now available from North Star Federal Credit Union. Just tap your North Star debit card at participating checkout terminals for fast, easy payments. Why wait? Call North Star and get yours today. North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier.
Stay connected with Venture Communications. From fast, reliable internet to the communication services your home or business depends on, Venture keeps our area connected. Venture Communications, local service, local connections, and proud supporters of the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Back once again at the Hugh for the Warner Automotive halftime show. Britton-Hecla leads Waverly-South Shore 44-0 on the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. Britton-Hecla football team has been busy not only on the gridiron but in the community. Britton-Hecla football went ahead and visited the elementary school today to make some conversation with the youngsters in the cafeteria and get to know them a little bit, which is amazing to see. So awesome to see these football teams go into the community and just continue to bring just that positive atmosphere to the rest of the community. It really goes a long way, and Britton-Hecla embodies that spirit of this community so well. Awesome to see the football team. Got to see some pictures earlier today of kids sitting down having lunch with the elementary school kids as school's been back in session for 2026. Just a great sight to see the football team and the elementary school kids sit down, have lunch together, and have a conversation about anything and everything. That's the joy of being in school and meeting new people each and every day. No doubt about that. Well, we'll take one more quick break, and when we come back, we'll get you the third quarter of action from the Hugh. 44-0, Britton-Hecla leads third quarter coming up next when you return in about 2 minutes on 99.5 Jack FM.
Quality healthcare close to home. Count on Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera in Britton. From everyday healthcare needs to the services your family depends on, their local team is here for you. Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For your vehicle and your everyday needs, count on Holland Oil, home of Napa Auto Care Center, Napa Auto Parts, and Holland C-Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Check them out on Facebook. Holland Oil, proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves.
With over 20 years of marketing and crop insurance experience, Bolt Marketing in Britton is your one-stop shop for your risk management needs. Call Jeff or Dwayne at 605-448-2365. Bolt Marketing, proud to support our local youth, high school sports activities, and tonight's game.
Keep your vehicle running its best with Warner Automotive in Britton. From routine maintenance to automotive repairs, count on friendly, dependable hometown service to keep you on the road. Mark and the crew at Warner Automotive in Britton, always proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Buying, selling, or planning an auction? Put the experience of Volt Auction and Realty to work for you. From real estate to farm, estate and equipment auctions, they're ready to help you every step of the way. Volt Auction and Realty, proud supporters of high school sports.
Building, remodeling, or tackling that next project? Start at Scott's Lumber in Britton. From lumber and building materials to the supplies you need to get the job done right, count on friendly hometown service. That's Scott's Lumber, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Tap, pay, and you're on your way. Tap to pay debit cards are now available from North Star Federal Credit Union. Just tap your North Star debit card at participating checkout terminals for fast, easy payments. Why wait? Call North Star and get yours today. North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier.
Stay connected with Venture Communications. From fast, reliable internet to the communication services your home or business depends on, Venture keeps our area connected. Venture Communications, local service, local connections, and proud supporters of the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For quality healthcare close to home, count on Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera in Britton. From everyday healthcare needs to the services your family depends on, their local team is here for you. Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For your vehicle and your everyday needs, count on Holland Oil, home of Napa Auto Care Center, Napa Auto Parts, and Holland C-Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Check them out on Facebook. Holland Oil, proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Back at the Hugh on opening night from high school football, 44-0 Britton-Hecla on the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. Michael Rosencrantz with you, and I am so glad to have you along on an absolutely gorgeous night for high school football. Start of the 2026 season, and the Braves have come out firing. 44-0, they lead over Waverly-South Shore. They're a touchdown away from ending the game via the mercy rule. Braves had an opportunity to do that in the first half, but assistant coach Garrett Knable waved his team off. He said, just play it out, play it out. So no urgency at the end of that second half for the Braves to get it done. But now with 24 extra minutes, they're going to look to get it done on the offensive side of things. But first, they'll have to kick it away to the Waverly-South Shore Coyotes. Graham Fosness kicking out there. I had to take an extra look at the beginning of the game. I thought it was Lofton Her kicking, but I had to take a look again. And Graham Fosness kicking the football for the first time in his life, finding that out from his dad, Nick Fosness, up in the press box with us. First time in his life, Graham Fosness kicking a football. Hey, it's never too late to try new things, right? And Graham making most of that experience and trying to do as much as he can in his senior year before he's heading off to the University of Jamestown to continue his football career in college. All right, third quarter of action from Britton-Hecla. Coyotes going to receive the ball first as Graham Fosness kicks the rock from right to left, runs up, and a good booming kick by Graham Fosness takes a bounce for the Coyotes at about the 15-yard line. Huffman shakes one tackler, not another, as he's piled on, and that ball might have came loose. Looks like it came loose, but Huffman fell on the football again, so the Coyotes will retain possession on offense. First down and 10 from their own 22. Carter Luis coming back out, trailing by 44 are the Coyotes, just looking for any signs of life. At the Hugh, 11:55 to go, third quarter, lots of football to be played. Britton-Hecla on the verge of potentially ending this game early. Lease from a pistol, I should say from a shotgun. Huffman on his right hip, two wideouts near side. Puts a man in motion, that's Hovatek. Low snap, pitches back to Hovatek, trying to string it out to the near side. He does so, tight roping down the sideline, bangs into a couple of tacklers for Britton-Hecla, and rumbles forward to about the 35-yard line. Nice run by Hovatek. Or did they rule him out of bounds? They ruled him out of bounds, yes, just at about the 27-yard line. It was very close. Didn't quite hear the whistle firstly. But officials saw it, blew the play dead, and they spot the ball at 27. So a gain of 5 for Hovatek, 2nd and 5. Coyotes going from left to right across your radio dial. Road white uniforms, black numerals, white shorts, white socks, Braves. Home Reds, white numerals, white shorts, white socks. 1 minute gone in the third. Braves lead 44-0. Lease from a shotgun, two wideouts near side. Has the football, running right, looking for anything, trying to run up the left hash. Met by a host of Braves, tackled just behind the line of game. We'll get a late flag after the play. Might have been some extracurriculars going on after the play. That flag came in well after Lease went down. Easton Zolke credited with the tackle. We'll see what the flag is. Face mask on the defense. So that'll be a first down for Waverly-South Shore via the penalty. Coyotes have not gotten a lot of first downs tonight, but able to pick up one there on a penalty. First down for Waverly-South Shore as the ball spotted at their own 42. For Waverly-South Shore, they trail by 44, but good that this is just the first game so that they can work out all the kinks that they need to and be ready to go for next week. Lease as the snap, pitches to Huffman, trying to run up the left hash, strings it outside numbers, 50, past midfield to the 45 to near the 40, where he's met from behind by the Braves. Nice strong run by Huffman. Another first down for Waverly-South Shore. Tevelar on the tackle, and Coyotes starting to move the ball. Something that they were looking to do in the first half, but could not do it as well. But a good couple strong plays by the Coyotes. Already 3 minutes gone in the third. 44-0 Britton-Hecla on the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. Bolt Marketing in Britton, your local crop insurance and risk management team, proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves. One wide out far side, two near side. Overtech directing traffic from that far side. Lease from the pistol, Huffman the tailback. And a whistle blown before everything, and the flag was thrown by the back judge. And it's a delay of game on the offense. That backs up Waverly-South Shore 5 yards. 1st and 15 coming up from the 36. I should say from the 46-yard line. And with that offensive momentum they had on 2 strong plays, see how they respond after that 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15 from the Brave 46-yard line. Lease in the pistol. Low snap, has trouble picking it up, has to get rid of it. Throws, and it's incomplete. Was a forward pass. So that'll be blown dead. 2nd and 15 coming up. Great pressure from the Braves, who were swarming on Lease as he had trouble with the snap. Second and 15 for the Coyotes. Braves lead 44-0. After a first half with all 44 points being scored, 5 different scores in that first half for Britton-Hecla. Jace Ryan has the lead in scoring with 2 touchdowns. Everybody else, Suther, Berger, Folkman, Colton Chapin, each have 1. 2nd and 15 from the 46 for the Coyotes. Overtech in motion on Lease's left hip. Throws back. Overtech might be looking to throw, trying to string it out far side. He'll tuck it and run to the 45-yard line and slips at the 35 of Britton-Hecla, looking to try and make a jump cut. Overtech slipped and fell at the 35. Nice, strong run from Overtech on an awkward-looking play, but that sets up 3rd medium for Waverly-South Shore. Grass could still be a little wet. Had some rain before the game at around 5 o'clock when we got here earlier today. So a little bit of water on the turf. Overtech just looked to get tripped up by the turf monster. 3rd and 5, they'll call it, for Waverly-South Shore. They have to get out across the 31. 6:21 to go in the 3rd. 44-0 Britton-Hecla. Coyotes looking to keep this drive going. Lease looks down a 4-man front. Lease, bootleg to the left. Gets rid of one tackler. Throws near side. Bobbled and incomplete. Lease somehow got away from a Brave tackler in the backfield. Got rid of it to the near side. Had a man open, but just could not haul it in. Cale Hewer trying to bring that in, but he could not. So 4th and 5 coming up for Waverly-South Shore. Lease remaining on the field. Coyote's going to go. Braves defense looking for a stop and another turnover on downs. They've got 1 turnover on downs so far tonight. Lease looking to keep the drive alive for Waverly-South Shore. 1 wide out each side. Lease from a pistol. Huffman the tailback. 5-man front for the Braves. Lease claps his hands, has the football, pressure coming, trying to back out of it, strings it out to the 40, tucks in and runs to the 30-yard line. He's very close to the first down. I think he got it. And there is a flag on the play in the backfield. And the indication from Jason Mack, the referee, it is a penalty on the Coyotes. Looks like a holding penalty on Waverly-South Shore. And that'll back up Coyotes 10 yards. Or was it a blocking penalty? Might have been a blocking penalty. So they back him up to the 44-yard line. I should say the 46-yard line. It'll be 4th and 16. I should say 4th and 15 for the Coyotes. Offense out on the field, they're going to go. Lease has the snap, pressure coming in his face. Going to get hit, going to go down. Lease had nowhere to go. A turnover on downs after the sack by Easton Zoki. Britton-Hecla will take over on downs. And what a play by Easton Zolke after that penalty. Coyotes were very close to the first down after that quarterback run by Lease. But that penalty costed Waverly-South Shore, and because of that, Britton-Hecla returns to offense. 4:05 to go in the third, 44-0 Braves lead. A touchdown will end this game. But Waverly-South Shore had a much stronger showing on this offensive drive. A couple nice plays early to set up a couple first downs, which they've only gotten 3 of them all game long. And now the Braves just looking to salt away the clock and end this game, or potentially end this game if they score. Lincoln Kilker struts back out there at quarterback, taking over for Jace Ryan. 2 touchdowns on the day, and Jace Ryan just making excellent passing connections. Not a lot of passes dropped either by his receivers. They've been sure-handed for their senior quarterback, and Ryan made it happen. All right, Braves take over from the Coyote 49-yard line, 1st and 10, as Britton-Hecla hurries to the line. 2 wideouts far side, 1 near side. Lincoln Kilker in at quarterback has a man on his left hip, puts Tevedal in motion from left to right. Kilker has the snap, hands off Tevedal, run up the right hash, plenty of room as he skips past one tackler, breaks another at the 30-yard line where he gets tripped up by the Coyotes, tackled by Cale Hewer. Nice run by Jack Tevedal, 1st down Britton-Hecla. 8th of the day for the Braves. First downs brought to you by North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier and proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves. 19-yard run by Jack Tevedal sets up 1st and 10 from the Coyote 30. 2 wideouts, far side, 1 near side. Kilker from a shotgun has the snap, throws it far side. It's caught, jumping past one tackler and flattened at the 25-yard line. Looks to be Cody Chapin out there for Britton-Hecla. Breaks half the chains off. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Braves. I beg your pardon, that is Bowen Myko, the benefactor of that catch. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. 44-0 Britton-Hecla on the Bolt Marketing scoreboard. 2nd and 5 from the Coyote 25. Same formation. 2 wideouts far side, 1 near side. Myko, the man in motion. Jet sweep to Myko. Big hole up the left hash. Past the 20-yard line as he gets spun down from behind. Inside the 15-yard line. Big Bowen Myko rumbling. And slow to get up is Bowen Myko. Might have been cramping up a little bit. He does get to his feet and will hobble off to the sideline. Salisbury on the tackle. 1st down for Britton-Hecla. 9th of the night. Once again brought to you by North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier and proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves. Braves in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the Coyote 15. Lincoln Kilker, they're going to put this in the end zone and win it for the Braves. Handoff up the right hash, plenty of room. Zigzagging past the tackler is Henry Kilker, the freshman running back, getting some reps out there. 5'5", 115. Good to see Henry get some reps at the varsity level. Young freshman, lot of potential. Getting some help from his offensive line. Under 90 seconds to go in the third. 2nd and 2 coming up from the Braves from the Coyote 7. 2 wideouts far side, 1 near side. Kilker at quarterback. Henry Kilker on his right hip. High snap, hand off to Henry. Stutter steps past at one tackler, but not another as he's met there by the Coyotes. Good way to read the run for Waverly-South Shore. Gain of maybe 1 for Kilker. It'll be 3rd and 1 coming up with 60 seconds to go in the third. Gottschalk on the tackle for the Coyotes. Well, they do give it to him. They give them the first down. 10th of the night for Britton-Hecla. So 1st and goal for the Braves from the 5-yard line. 43 seconds to go in the third. Kilker from a shotgun. Claps his hands, has the football. Design quarterback run. Kilker is met in the backfield by some Coyotes. Might have gained 1 or 2 on the play. Good job by the Coyotes to sniff out the QB run. Second and goal from the 3 with 20 seconds in the third. And looks like the Braves will just let this clock run out. Indeed they will. So after 3 quarters of play, Britton-Hecla has a 44-0 lead over Waverly-South Shore. Unable to score points in the third quarter, but they are knocking on the doorstep and on the verge of ending this game in the fourth quarter. So we'll take a quick break. Come on back for the fourth quarter of action. We'll be back in 1 minute on 99.5 Jack FM.
Over 20 years of marketing and crop insurance experience, Bolt Marketing in Britton is your one-stop shop for your risk management needs. Call Jeff or Dwayne at 605-448-2365. Bolt Marketing, proud to support our local youth, high school sports activities, and tonight's game.
Keep your vehicle running its best with Warner Automotive in Britton. From routine maintenance to automotive repairs, count on friendly, dependable hometown service to keep you on the road. Mark and the crew at Warner Automotive in Britton, always proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Buying, selling, or planning an auction? Put the experience of Volt Auction and Realty to work for you. From real estate to farm, estate and equipment auctions, they're ready to help you every step of the way. Volt Auction and Realty, proud supporters of high school sports.
Back at the Hugh for the fourth quarter of action, 44-0 Britton-Hecla. 12 fresh minutes on the clock, but the Braves have it. Second and goal from the Coyote 3. A touchdown would end this game. 2 wideouts near side, 1 far side. Lincoln Kilker trying to end this. Tevedahl in motion. Kilker has the snap, give to Tevedahl. Stumbles in the backfield and is met by the Coyotes. Tevedahl slips on the grass as the turf monster got him. Loss of 5 in the play, sets up third and goal from the 8. 20 seconds gone in the fourth. Braves lead 44-0. Great to see the younger players get some reps at the varsity level. It will shape the future of this team. Third and goal from the 8 for Britton-Hecla. No real urgency from the Braves, as they hurry to the line. 3rd and 8 for Britton-Hecla, who are looking at a 2 or 3-man front for Waverly-South Shore. Kilker from a shotgun has the snap, throws to the end zone, incomplete, through the hands of his intended receiver. Tevedahl could not haul it in. Tevedahl was wide open in the end zone, could not squeeze it. And that brings up 4th and 8. And Braves going to remain out on offense. 4th and 8. I should say 4th and goal from the 8. As the Braves lead 44-0 with 1.5 minutes gone in the fourth. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Kilker from a shotgun has the football, back to pass, looking, fires toward the end zone, thrown behind him, incomplete. Turnover on downs for Britton-Hecla. Waverly-South Shore will take over from their own 8. Throw was behind his intended receiver. And that's the first turnover on downs for Britton-Hecla. So Coyotes offense back out. They were able to produce a couple good plays on offense at the beginning of the third quarter. So let's see if they can emulate that. Always good to have some things you can take in next week. Shake off the rough stuff from this first game. Take what you can in the next week. It's the Coyotes trying to put some more good stuff on tape. 1st and 10 from their own 8 for the Coyotes. 3-man front for Britton-Hecla. Lease from a shotgun. 1 wide out each side. Lease has the snap. Deep drop, back to pass. Fires deep over the middle. Incomplete. Contact on Nicholson. No flag, though. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Coyotes. Carter Groby on the defense on a coverage. 2nd and 10 for Waverly-South Shore. 3 minutes gone in the fourth. 44-0 Britton-Hecla. Stay tuned for the Holland Oil post-game show. Home of Napa Auto Care, Napa Auto Parts, and Holland C-Store, family owned for over 50 years and proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves. 2nd and 10 from the Coyote 8. Lease from a shotgun, 2 wideouts, far side. Low snap, picks it back up. Back to pass, rolling right. Pressure coming, throws deep over the middle. Caught! Nice grab over the middle. And a heck of a grab. It's like Austin Hovatek on that. That'll be a Coyote first down, a 30-yard strike from Lease to Hovatek. First down for Waverly-South Shore. Boy, talk about giving themselves a little bit more breathing room. That'll do any day of the week. 1st and 10 from the Coyote 38, 4 minutes gone in the 4th. Lease, once again from a shotgun, 2 wideouts. Far side, Hovatek the man in motion. Jet sweep to Hovatek. Zigzags up the middle, past a couple tacklers. Jukes a man to the outside and tackled from behind at midfield by the Braves. Lofting her on the tackle. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle as Hovatek jitterbugging his way to midfield. Another strong run by Hovatek sets up first down for the Waverly-South Shore Coyotes. 11 yards on the ground. Austin Hovatek, just one of those all-around athletes for the Coyotes. Lee also plays basketball too. Just such a well-rounded individual. Toss to Mickelson on the far side, past midfield, shakes one tackler and lassoed from behind from the Braves. This goes out of bounds on the far side. Luke Bussey credited with the tackle, gain of 6 on the play. For Mickelson, sets up second and about 4. They'll call it a gain of 7 actually, so 2nd and 3 for Waverly-South Shore, who are moving the ball pretty well once again. Lease from a pistol, Huffman the tailback. Looks to be. Lease, high snap, has the football, tosses to Huffman behind him, running up the middle, past a couple tacklers, trying to string it out to the outside, breaks another tackle, another one, just at about the 15-yard line, still going to the 10, and gets taken out of bounds at near the 10-yard line. Huffman slicing and dicing and getting his way closer to the goal line. Coyotes starting to figure out things on the offense, getting into a rhythm. Zolke credited with the tackle. First down and 10 for the Coyotes from the Brave 12. They're inside the red zone. Way for Carter Lease to stay poised in this offense, to still understand what's at stake. They are moving the ball incredibly well in this 3rd and 4th quarter. First down and 10 from the 12. Lease, design quarterback run, trying to string it out to the outside. Stiff arms to the 10 where he's pancaked out of bounds by a Brave. Might have gained a couple. Sets up 2nd down and long for the Coyotes. They'll call it a gain of about 1. 2nd and 9 for the Coyotes coming up. Stay tuned also in the Holland Oil postgame show. We'll bring you our player of the game sponsored by North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier and proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves. 2nd down and 9 from the 11. Coyotes looking to try and punch it in for the first time tonight. Lease claps his hands, has the football, gives up the middle to Huffman, met by a host of Braves after gaining 2, maybe 3. 3rd down and medium coming up for the Coyotes. Time is of the essence, 4.5 to go until the game is over. 44-0 Britton-Hecla. Called a gain of 2, 3rd and 7 coming up for the Coyotes. Trying to punch it in for the first time tonight. Braves defense trying to hold strong, but Carter Lease and this Coyotes offense has started to figure them out a little bit. 3rd and 7 from the Brave 9-yard line. One wide out each side for the Coyotes. Huffman the tailback as Lease is in the pistol. Bootleg to the right, looking, fires deep toward the end zone, incomplete over the head of his intended receiver. Sets up 4th down for the Coyotes. Austin Hovatek tried to go up and get that with one hand, could not haul it in. 4th down for the Coyotes. They're going to try and punch it in. Braves defense trying to hold strong. Under 3.5 to go until the game's over, 44-0. Here we go, 4th and 7 from the Brave 9. Lease from a pistol, 2 receivers, far side. Lease has the snap, deep drop, pressure coming in his face, trying to string it out, far side. Looking, fires in the end zone, caught! No, they'll call it incomplete, it's out of bounds. Looked to be caught from my vantage point, but it's out of bounds, and the Coyotes turn it over on downs, and Britton-Hecla will take over. Braves get the job done defensively. The officials timeout for a heat timeout. We'll take one with them. 44-0 Britton-Hecla. Under 3 minutes to go in regulation. We'll take a timeout. Back in 30 seconds on 99.5 Jack FM.
Building, remodeling, or tackling that next project? Start at Scott's Lumber in Britton. From lumber and building materials to the supplies you need to get the job done right, count on friendly hometown service. That's Scott's Lumber, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Tap, pay, and you're on your way. Tap to pay debit cards are now available from North Star Federal Credit Union. Just tap your North Star debit card at participating checkout terminals for fast, easy payments. Why wait? Call North Star and get yours today. North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier.
Back at the Hugh, 2:55 to go in regulation, 44-0. Britton-Hecla leads. Braves get a turnover on down, so it is 1st and 10 for Britton-Hecla. Lincoln Kilker claps his hands, has the football from his own 9. Tosses back to Henry Kilker, who gets flattened near the 15-yard line. My goodness. Henry Kilker, who stands at 5'5", just got flattened by a Coyote. Strong run, though, by Henry. Breaks half the chains off. 2nd and 5 for the Braves. 2:25 to go in the game. Braves are going to have a lot of stuff on the offensive side they can certainly use on tape for sure. Had a fumble recovery in this game as well. 2nd and 5 from the 15-yard line. Kilker hands off up the middle. He's met by a pack of Coyotes there. Driven back. 3rd down coming up for Britton-Hecla. 2 minutes to go in the game. 3rd down for Britton-Hecla coming up. Henry Kilker been getting some reps out there. One name missing for the Braves has been Tanner Atkinson, who was slotted to be the 2nd running back behind Ben Souther. Atkinson is out for the year, tore his ACL in a scrimmage game, so Tanner Atkinson will not see the gridiron this year. 3rd down and 5. They call it no gain on the play for Britton-Hecla. So Kilker shakes one tackler and another, trying to get past the 20-yard line and falling forward. He has the 1st down. I beg your pardon, that's Luke Bussey. Nice run by Luke. That picks up a 1st down for Britton-Hecla. Their 11th of the night. Brought to you by North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier and proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves. Final minute to go in this game. 44-0 Britton-Hecla over Waverly-South Shore. No urgency at all from Britton-Hecla, just looking to salt away the clock. Probably 1 or 2 more plays, and that'll be the end of the ballgame. Britton-Hecla hurries to the line. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Lincoln Kilker at quarterback. Henry on his right hip. Kilker audibles at the line. Trying to direct traffic, claps his hands, has the football. Back to pass, throws near side, caught by Henry Kilker. Shakes one tackler to the 30-yard line. Stumbling forward, he gets knocked down from behind at the 35-yard line by the Coyotes, and that should put this game to bed with 10 seconds to go in the fourth. Officials will spot the ball, and Britton-Hecla and Waverly-South Shore will line up right at the middle. That's the ball game. Final score from the Hugh. Britton-Hecla gets the win, 44-0 over Waverly-South Shore. Dominant from the Braves this evening as they are off to a red-hot start. 1-0 in the year for Britton-Hecla with a strong showing. All 44 points in the first half. Nothing to show for in the second half. Had some good plays, though, from their youngsters. And Braves start off the season on the right note, winning the home opener 44-0 over the Waverly-South Shore Coyotes. We'll take a quick break. We'll come on back in 2 minutes for the post-game show brought to you by Holland Oil Company in Britton, home of Napa Auto Care, Napa Auto Parts, and Holland C-Store, family-owned for over 50 years and proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves. We'll take a quick break. Come on back in 2 minutes. You're listening to 99.5 Jack FM.
Connected with Venture Communications. From fast, reliable internet to the communication services your home or business depends on, Venture keeps our area connected. Venture Communications, local service, local connections, and proud supporters of the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For quality healthcare close to home, count on Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera in Britton. From everyday healthcare needs to the services your family depends on, their local team is here for you. Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For your vehicle and your everyday needs, count on Holland Oil, home of Napa Auto Care Center, Napa Auto Parts, and Holland C-Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Check them out on Facebook. Holland Oil, proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves.
With over 20 years of marketing and crop insurance experience, Bolt Marketing in Britton is your one-stop shop for your risk management needs. Call Jeff or Dwayne at 605-448-2365. Bolt Marketing, proud to support our local youth, high school sports activities, and tonight's game.
Keep your vehicle running its best with Warner Automotive in Britton. From routine maintenance to automotive repairs, count on friendly, dependable hometown service to keep you on the road. Mark and the crew at Warner Automotive in Britton, always proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Buying, selling, or planning an auction? Put the experience of Volt Auction and Realty to work for you. From real estate to farm, estate and equipment auctions, they're ready to help you every step of the way. Volt Auction and Realty, proud supporters of high school sports.
Building, remodeling, or tackling that next project? Start at Scott's Lumber in Britton. From lumber and building materials to the supplies you need to get the job done right, count on friendly hometown service. That's Scott's Lumber, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Tap, pay, and you're on your way. Tap to Pay debit cards are now available from North Star Federal Credit Union. Just tap your North Star debit card at participating checkout terminals for fast, easy payments. Why wait? Call North Star and get yours today. North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier.
Stay connected with Venture Communications. From fast, reliable internet to the communication services your home or business depends on, Venture keeps our area connected. Venture Communications, local service, local connections, and proud supporters of the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For quality healthcare close to home, count on Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera in Britton. From everyday healthcare needs to the services your family depends on, their local team is here for you. Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For your vehicle and your everyday needs, count on Holland Oil, home of Napa Auto Care Center, Napa Auto Parts, and Holland C-Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Check them out on Facebook. Holland Oil, proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves.
With over 20 years of marketing and crop insurance experience, Bolt Marketing in Britton is your one-stop shop for your risk management needs. Call Jeff or Dwayne at 605-448-2365. Bolt Marketing, proud to support our local youth, high school sports activities, and tonight's game.
Keep your vehicle running its best with Warner Automotive in Britton. From routine maintenance to automotive repairs, count on friendly, dependable hometown service to keep you on the road. Mark and the crew at Warner Automotive in Britton, always proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Buying, selling, or planning an auction? Put the experience of Volt Auction and Realty to work for you. From real estate to farm, estate and equipment auctions, they're ready to help you every step of the way. Volt Auction and Realty, proud supporters of high school sports.
We're back at the Hugh for the Holland Oil Company post-game show on 99.5 Jack FM. Final score from Britton in Week 1. Braves get the win in dominant fashion, 44-0 over the Waverly-South Shore Coyotes. A shutout victory and a statement victory at that for Britton-Hecla as they improve to 1-0 early on the 2026 campaign. Let's talk through some scoring. That scoring all happened in the first half. It started out with Jace Ryan on the ground, getting things done with a quarterback keeper on the ground, found his way into the end zone for an early 7-0 lead, and after that, the Braves did not look back. Ben Souther joined in on the fun for a touchdown. Mitch Berger had a touchdown on the night on his own, as well as Nathan Folkman and Colton Chapin with that pick six on the night as well for Britton-Hecla before Jace Ryan cashed in on his second touchdown of the night. And that is how the Braves got to their 44 points, with a couple of two-point conversions, of course, by Chaz Viator and another by Ben Souther as well for Britton-Hecla. And that is how the Braves get to their 44 points on the night. Waverly-South Shore falls to 0-1. They had some good stuff to show, especially in that second half. They really had a solid second half, able to move the ball a lot more easily on a younger defense for Britton-Hecla that was out there. So, some things you can take away for Waverly-South Shore. They've gotten some good ball movement in that second half that they can take in to their matchup next week. And for Britton-Hecla, what a start as they return plenty of household names from a year ago. That chemistry looks to be airtight for Britton-Hecla, and the Braves are off to a solid start at home, getting the win 44-0 over the Waverly-South Shore Coyotes. We'll take a quick break. We'll come on back for more of the Holland Oil Company postgame show. We'll be back in 2 minutes on 99.5 Jack FM.
Building, remodeling, or tackling that next project? Start at Scott's Lumber in Britton. From lumber and building materials to the supplies you need to get the job done right, count on friendly hometown service. That's Scott's Lumber, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Tap, pay, and you're on your way. Tap to Pay debit cards are now available from North Star Federal Credit Union. Just tap your North Star debit card at participating checkout terminals for fast, easy payments. Why wait? Call North Star and get yours today. North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier.
Stay connected with Venture Communications. From fast, reliable internet to the communication services your home or business depends on, Venture keeps our area connected. Venture Communications, local service, local connections, and proud supporters of the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For quality healthcare close to home, count on Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera in Britton. From everyday healthcare needs to the services your family depends on, their local team is here for you. Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For your vehicle and your everyday needs, count on Holland Oil, home of Napa Auto Care Center, Napa Auto Parts, and Holland C-Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Check them out on Facebook. Holland Oil, proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves.
With over 20 years of marketing and crop insurance experience, Bolt Marketing in Britton is your one-stop shop for your risk management needs. Call Jeff or Dwayne at 605-448-2365. Bolt Marketing, proud to support our local youth, high school sports activities, and tonight's game.
Keep your vehicle running its best with Warner Automotive in Britton. From routine maintenance to automotive repairs, count on friendly, dependable hometown service to keep you on the road. Mark and the crew at Warner Automotive in Britton, always proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Buying, selling, or planning an auction? Put the experience of Volt Auction and Realty to work for you. From real estate to farm, estate and equipment auctions, they're ready to help you every step of the way. Volt Auction and Realty, proud supporters of high school sports.
Building, remodeling, or tackling that next project? Start at Scott's Lumber in Britton. From lumber and building materials to the supplies you need to get the job done right, count on friendly hometown service. That's Scott's Lumber, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Tap, pay, and you're on your way. Tap to Pay debit cards are now available from North Star Federal Credit Union. Just tap your North Star debit card at participating checkout terminals for fast, easy payments. Why wait? Call North Star and get yours today. North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier.
Back at the U for more of the Holland Oil Company post-game show. 44-0 the final score. Britton-Hecla gets the win over Waverly-South Shore. And I believe we have a little special someone coming up here for a little post-game interview. We have with us Brave starting quarterback Jace Ryan. What's going on, Jace?
Good.
Great to see you. What a performance you had tonight. 44-0 win over Britton-Hecla. You saw the energy right from the get-go as you were doing stretches. Everybody was so fired up. What did it mean to come out and play football again?
Yeah, it's been a long summer. We've been putting in the work for the last 2 weeks, and hitting the same people over and over again, it kind of sucks. So when you get another team across from you, it's kind of exciting to be able to go full blow, knowing it's not your teammates. It's a joy. I love this team. It was a blast out here tonight.
Absolutely. You lose a couple playmakers, but you return a lot of them. Just speak on that chemistry of what it means to play with these guys for so long.
Yep. Right away. Right away, especially in fall camp, it took a lot. There was a lot of new kids stepping up. We lost a lot of really nice seniors last year. But tonight, we had a lot of new guys step up. They played really well. We had 5 different people score touchdowns tonight. It was a great look. It looked really good tonight.
Yeah, lots of solid stuff from your side of the things as well. Connected with those guys right away. Just how was your mindset going into tonight?
I was confident. I was really confident in my guys. The whole line blocked really well. We kind of had a little center battle, so I was a little concerned about the center thing coming in tonight, but center did great. I'm really proud of him. He did really good. Receivers, they caught the ball, ran right routes. The chemistry with all the receivers is really coming together, so that's looking good.
Coaching staff has been with you guys every step of the way as well. What does it mean just to give you that energy right back as you replicate it for the community?
Yeah, they really believe in us, and we should do nothing more than to go out there and put a show on for this town. This town is always behind us, and they always will be.
Big test for you next week against the Hamlin Chargers, who you last played last year's home opener. Looking forward to next week?
Yeah, I am. That team in blue, it's been rough the last 5 years, but we're ready for them next week.
Absolutely. Finally, Jace, before we let you go, who's your support system here tonight? Your family, your friends?
Yeah.
Who's here for you tonight?
Everyone. This whole town, I feel like this whole town really comes together, especially in the game of football. Every sport in this town, this whole town is really a family. It feels really special playing for the Britton-Hecla Braves.
It absolutely is. And Jace, you're a very special kid. Thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it. Jace Ryan on the post-game show with us. We'll take a break. Come on back in 1 more minute on 99.5 Jack FM.
Be connected with Venture Communications. From fast, reliable internet to the communication services your home or business depends on, Venture keeps our area connected. Venture Communications, local service, local connections, and proud supporters of the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For quality healthcare close to home, count on Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera in Britton. From everyday healthcare needs to the services your family depends on, their local team is here for you. Marshall County Healthcare Center of Vera, proud to support the Britton-Hecla Braves.
For your vehicle and your everyday needs, count on Holland Oil, home of Napa Auto Care Center, Napa Auto Parts, and Holland C-Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Check them out on Facebook. Holland Oil, proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves.
Back one more time at the Hugh for the Holland Oil Company post-game show. Final score, Britton-Hecla gets the win 44-0 over the Waverly-South Shore Coyotes, I beg your pardon. What a conversation Jace Ryan is. He gets your player of the game, sponsored by North Star Federal Credit Union in Britton, making everyday banking easier and proudly supporting the Britton-Hecla Braves. So Jace Ryan is this year's first North Star Federal Credit Union player of the game. 2 touchdowns of the night, had his guys going all night long. The calmness was there and the confidence was there from Jace Ryan. Good stuff, and the Braves get a dominant win over the Coyotes, 44-0. One more thing before we go, let's check some out-of-town scores one more time before we leave tonight. Sisseton over Webster right now, 32-12 after 3. Kimber White Lake up on Gregory, 42-0 at the start of the fourth quarter. Checking in on the Castlewood-Hamlin game, one to watch. Castlewood continues to lead Hamlin, 28-14 over the Hamlin Chargers, who Britton-Hecla will see next week. Great Plains Lutheran gets the shutout win over Redfield, 42-0. and a good one in Wilmot between the Wolves and the Mustangs. Mustangs lead Wilmot 16-14 with 8 minutes to go in the third. Those are your out-of-town scores in the area, and that'll just about wrap up our coverage from the Hugh from Week 1. Thank you so much for joining us on 99.5 Jack FM and on YouTube at B103 Radio KBWS. Make sure to hit subscribe and click that notification bell so as never to miss a moment when we go live and cover local and area high school athletics. A big thank you as well to all the sponsors who make this broadcast possible. They include Bullet Marketing, Warner Automotive, Volt Auctioneers and Realty, Marshall County Healthcare Rivera, Scott's Lumber, North Star Federal Credit Union, Holland Oil Company, and Venture Communications. Without their support, this broadcast would not be possible at all. So we thank those wonderful people so much for supporting Britton-Hecla Braves football this season. But for one final time, I'm Michael Rosencrantz saying so long from the Hugh as the Britton-Hecla Braves get the shutout win in dominant fashion in Week 1 by a final score of 44-0. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Have a great night, everybody.